Okay, so it's Wednesday, May 11th. It's 7:50 a.m. back at Wade Creek. I'm about an hour before high tide. High tide is about a little under 5 feet today, so it's a pretty low high tide. I'm used to coming at 6 to 7, 8 feet high tide. Let's see, fishing conditions, it's in the low 40s. I would say about 43, 44 degrees. There's no current wind, and sun's coming up. Sunshine, blue skies. I mean, what a beautiful Oregon morning. Swell energy is about, I want to say 650 to 700. Swell height's about 5 to 6 feet, and crashing waves in terms of catching conditions are pretty close. So I'm gonna start heading at the mouth of the creek and just start heading north like I usually do. Haven't been back in about a week, and my last 4, 5, 6 trips have been really very slow action days. But man, wave action here looks really good right at the creek. So I'm gonna start here, move my way up north, but catching conditions look pretty good today. As I said, my last 4 to 6 trips have been very slow action, but I haven't seen wave conditions this good when I've come before. So crossing my fingers for today, but I like to get a fish. I had a bite. I had to pull it in like about halfway though, so they might be close today. But that's a good sign, and it wasn't a small silver bite, it was a decent bite. So this first cast, I'm still next to the creek. Been here 15 minutes, and this is cast 4. And I had a bite on my first cast, but since then I've had zero action, so I'm inching my way up to the trees. Been here half an hour now, and this is cast 9, and other than my first bite on cast 1, I have had zero action. I'm about halfway between the trees. Wave action looks really good, so I'm really surprised I'm not getting better action. But this is the way it's been for me, again, my last several trips. So I'm hoping it's going to improve here soon. All right, that's it for now. Okay, so it's been about 45 minutes now, and this is like cast 12 or 13. And other than cast 1, I have had zero action. So very slow, like the last several trips. And I remember this happened last year too, where I came like 5 to 6 times in a row where I was either getting skunked or had very little action. So I went from the creek, and I'm about 50 to 75 yards north of the trees. And I'm gonna start fishing my way back to the parking lot because I just don't feel like there's gonna be any action today for me. So I'm just enjoying it. So I'm just enjoying being out here. Sunshine, blue skies, fishing conditions are awesome, man. What a beautiful day. Can't ask for a more peaceful setting to begin your morning. So, I mean, what an absolutely gorgeous day. So lucky to be living on the Oregon coast. All right, I'm gonna start fishing my way back to the parking lot and head out after that. Just had another bite, but this one was a tiny one. So I think this is a silver. I'm about 75 yards north of the creek. And it's really shallow here. But again, just really light taps, maybe 3, and then it stopped. I was reeling in, and I don't know if you can see this or not, but my braid has rubbed up against something, and it's the strands are coming apart. So that's the first time that's ever happened to me. But if you remember my low tide videos, the north is pretty rocky now in certain places, so I'm guessing that's what happened. I noticed it when I was up there. So I'm picking a good time to leave because the wind's picking up now, and the sun went behind some clouds, so all of a sudden it got really chilly. Because before I was getting overheated, but man, once the clouds came over and the wind came up, it got really cold. So I got another bite that time. I actually might have a fish. No, don't have a fish, but I got more bites that time. So those were not big ones, but at least they were successive bites, unlike the bite before where it was like 3 pecks. Okay, so I've been here about an hour and a half. I'm guessing I got in about 20 to 24 casts, and had a bite on my first one, and then had a couple of bites towards the very end on the south side of the trees, you know, close to the creek. But other than those 3 bites, and again, all 3 bites were pretty small. First one might have been a red tail, but I'm pretty sure the last 2 were silvers. But 3 bites, 90 minutes. A little bit better than my last couple of trips where I'm getting a bite per hour, but still, action was again very slow for me today. And not sure when I'm coming back. But man, it was really beautiful when I started. Catch conditions were awesome. Fishing conditions were wonderful. And then just recently the wind started picking up. And you can see it's all in shadows now because the sun's been behind clouds now for a while. So again, it got really cold there for a little bit. I mean, at first I was really warm. I actually got overheated. And then when the wind came up and the sun went behind the clouds, man, it sure got cold. Anyway, that's it for today. Man, what another gorgeous day, and I was lucky to have the beach all to myself the entire time. No, not a soul in sight. All right, that's it for today.